In some ways, it's not new, and sometimes with mixed results. In 2017, the town of Cheektowaga got electric vehicles for town staffers under a $250,000 state grant. We found somewhat limited use in a follow-up report. Then electric bus tryouts for the NFTA and state-mandated electric school buses, even non-patrol EV police cars in Maine. So now also with a $187,000 state taxpayer-funded grant for the city of Buffalo, 2 Ford Lightning pickups and 2 Chevy Equinoxes for the parking enforcement officers to drive. It was before City Council's Finance Committee Tuesday.
Excited to see us moving in this direction. It's a big task. We're starting with the low-hanging fruit in the smaller vehicles, and then we work our way up to the bigger fleet stuff.
I believe the preventative maintenance is going to be a lot less for our electrical vehicles versus the gas powered. That's one of the reasons why we're going in that route, because we're trying to find ways to save money with the fleet.
But EV pickups and SUVs still require charging stations, and for those costs,
we did put in a request for the capital budget for $500,000. So if that does go through, we do plan on using that money to help with the internal fleet. So chargers for the internal fleet as well.
The source for more such funding? Tax dollars from Washington.
The federal government's giving a ton of money to municipalities to install these chargers.
But lingering questions in council about remaining costs and commitments for a city facing a major deficit situation.
And to actually have a plan so that you can bring to this council to say, this is what we're doing, this is how we like to move forward, and we want your support.
Yeah, I agree with that. Every city, this is an emerging sector, right? So every city's kind of learning on the fly as they go as well.
And finally, what about EV snowplows or fire trucks?
Don't feel that the technology has gotten to the point where it meets their needs in certain equipment, whether it's other units or divisions within Public Works or the fire department.
Now, the city fleet manager, the climate action manager, and other departments working on a plan for City Council to cover future electric vehicle requests, charging stations, and funding for all of it. But as you heard, Claudine, many questions. This is still very much a work in progress.
You know, I know that the overall goal is the climate, right? Everybody's concerned about the climate.
Correct.
But costs are involved.
Yeah. And now, again, that state grant, in this case, it pays for most of the vehicle cost, but apparently not for the charging stations. That's the other question as the city faces these major financial problems.
They're going to have to deal with it.
They will.
All right. Ron Plants, thanks so much for bringing us that report on the 5:30 tonight. As always, wonderful work.
Sure.